Hey everyone, I'm Katie Robert, and this is Inbox Insights for the week of April 30th, 2025. AI Strategy Part 4 Measurement and Hiring Demand for Marketers. Approaching AI Integration Strategically, Part 4 Measurement Framework. In Part 1 of this series, we talked about the STEM framework, where the M stands for measurement. In Part 2, we covered the 5P framework, where performance is the final P. Today, I want to show you how these pieces come together to create a measurement framework that connects your AI implementation directly to your business KPIs. The business KPI connection, why it matters. Early in my career, I led a marketing automation implementation that cost around $120,000 annually. 6 months in, our CFO asked, "What are we getting for our money?" I had plenty of activity metrics, email sent, open rates, click rates, but I couldn't connect those to business outcomes. I couldn't tell him if the $120,000 was worth it. Baby Katie was out of her depth. That experience taught me something crucial. Measure what matters to the business, not just what's easy to matter. Connecting AI metrics to business KPIs. Remember in part 1 where we defined our AI purpose statement? And in part 2 where we identified business problems under the purpose section of the 5P framework? Now we're going to connect those directly to measurement. Number 1, map your AI purpose to business KPIs. Start by revisiting your purpose statement. Your statement should have clearly articulated why you're implementing AI. Now, identify which specific business KPIs this purpose will impact, such as AI for content creation, customer acquisition cost, conversion rate, revenue growth, AI for customer service, customer satisfaction, retention rates, support cost per customer, or AI for data analysis, decision-making speed, forecast accuracy, revenue per insight. In part 2, I asked you to complete the sentence, as a persona, I want to, so that. The so that part should directly connect to these business KPIs. Doing the work up front will save you time on the back end. Gather your information, get organized, and use the frameworks to set yourself up for success. Number 2, establish your business baselines. In part 2's performance section, we talked about defining what success looks like. Here's where you put that into practice by documenting your current performance. Business metrics, current performance on the business KPIs you've identified. Operational metrics, current efficiency, quality, and cost metrics for the processes you're enhancing. Be specific. Just like we discussed in the performance section of the 5P framework, we currently acquire customers at an average cost of $250, with our content marketing channel performing 15% better than other channels, is much better than our content marketing works well. Number 3, define success in business terms. Remember when I said measure everything? This is where you define exactly what success means in terms of your business KPIs. For example, customer acquisition cost. Current, $250 per customer. Target with AI, $200 per customer. Timeframe, 6 months. Or support cost per ticket. Current, $15 per ticket. Target with AI, $9 per ticket. Timeframe, 3 months. Forecast accuracy. Current, 75% accurate. Target with AI, 90% accurate. Timeframe, 9 months. This now corrects directly to your performance P from the 5P framework, where we talked about how you'll know if you succeeded. Number 4, calculate business-focused ROI. All right, hang with me for a second because this is going to be some math. In part 2, we discussed the importance of ROI calculation as part of the performance P. Now it's time to put that into practice. For example, AI costs could be platform fees from the platform P, plus implementation, plus training from the people P. Business benefits could be direct revenue increases plus cost reductions plus margin improvements. Or ROI equals benefits minus costs divided by costs. So here's an example. A client implemented AI for customer service with this calculation. Cost was $125,000, platform plus implementation. Annual benefits, $576,000 cost savings, plus $400,000 retention value. First year ROI, 680%. This connects your platform cost directly to your performance benefit, completing the 5P circle. You still with me? It's going to take some practice. A simple business-aligned AI measurement framework. Here's a streamlined framework that brings together the STEM and 5P concepts for an AI content marketing implementation. Purpose from the 5Ps, strategy from STEM. Implement AI content tools to scale content production and reduce customer acquisition costs. Business KPIs to impact your performance from your 5Ps. Reduce customer acquisition costs from $250 to $200 and increase conversion rate from 2.3% to 3%. Operational metrics to track. Process from the 5P and tactics from STEM. Increase content production from 20 to 60 articles per month. Reduce content creation time from 8 to 4 hours per piece, and maintain a quality score, minimum 8.5 out of 10. AI implementation metrics. Platform from 5P and execution from STEM. AI tool adoption rate among content team and AI enhancement quality, measured by the editor's revision needed. Again, this is for content strategy. And the measurement plan, measurement from STEM. Weekly tracking of operational metrics, monthly tracking of business KPIs, quarterly analysis connecting AI metrics to business outcomes. This is your framework. And then the ROI calculation, performance from the 5Ps. Cost, $56,000, platform plus implementation, projected annual business impact, $150,000 in reduced acquisition costs, and projected ROI, 168%. Sounds really straightforward. Use the framework. So the next step is building the framework. So step 1, revisit your purpose statement from part 1. Number 2, review your 5P analysis from part 2. Number 3, identify which business KPIs your AI should impact based on your purpose. Number 4, document your current performance on those KPIs, baseline from your performance. Number 5, define success in terms of business outcomes, targets for your performance. Number 6, create a chain connecting your platform metrics to your performance metrics. And number 7, establish an ROI calculation focused on business impact. In part 5, I'll cover specific AI applications across different business functions with practical examples of these measurement frameworks in action. Stay tuned for that. What business KPIs are you targeting with your AI implementation? Tell me in the comments or join the conversation in our free Slack group, Analytics for Marketers. You could be sponsoring this newsletter. I could be reading your ad right now, and you could be reaching over 32,000 marketers, analysts, data scientists, and executives directly with your ad. Want to learn more? Reach out and contact us at trustinsights.ai/contact. And now the data diaries, and bear with me because I will also be sharing my screen. In this week's data diaries, let's take a look at the hiring demand for marketers in other industries, part of our regular check-in to see how things are going. We do these checks every month or two. First, let's look at the big picture for marketing. Big picture. Big picture. There we go. Let's look at the big picture of marketing. As a reminder, these charts are based off data from Indeed.com transmitted to the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank. They're an index of hiring demand relative to February 2020, just before the COVID pandemic. As you can see, hiring demand in France and Canada has gone up. France is now above the 2020 benchmark, as is Australia. Both those markets for marketing jobs are improving. The remaining economies are declining. In the USA, marketing job demand is testing a new 4-year low. The UK is experiencing new lows as well. In the USA, the snapshot of careers in demand remains largely unchanged. So let's see if I can get that one for you. Yes. There it is. Screen share. What we see is clear. All forms of healthcare are in very high demand, with therapists remaining the highest in demand, 85% above baseline. Since our last check in late February, demand across all categories has dropped by a percentage point or two for nearly every industry. What do we do with this information? For job seekers, most major markets remain at a difficult place right now. The best advice remains the advice given many times before. Jobs through your personal network are likely the best approach. If your current network isn't producing results, invest some time every day in that along with more traditional job search methods that might be more fruitful. There is an interesting arms race going on in the job seeking world, especially in tech. The prevalence of ghost jobs has made some seekers develop an agentic AI solution using tools like OpenAI Operator, browser use, cloud computer use, etc., that simply apply for every qualified job. Thus, the signal to noise ratio in public job applications continues to grow. More ghost jobs means more people automating the application process in something of a vicious cycle. For everyone thinking about their marketing and careers, it's abundantly clear where the demand is. In the long term, all industries will be impacted by AI and macroeconomic changes, but industries like healthcare will still be predominantly people focused. If you're thinking about what your career might look like in a decade, that's a strong hint about the industry you might be working in. Finally, though we may not publish the data every week, hiring demand is a good indicator of the economy. Companies don't hire if things are not looking good economically. It's one of the many leading indicators that can tell you about the trouble in the overall economic picture, along with things like the Baltic Dry Index. Next week, we'll revisit common leading economic indicators to see how things are going. Want the full version of this newsletter? Subscribe now at trustinsights.ai/newsletter. Enjoying the video version? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notified anytime a new issue drops. Thanks for joining me and bearing with the measurement framework. I'll see you next time. Want to know more about Trust Insights? Trust Insights is a marketing analytics consulting firm specializing in leveraging data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to empower businesses with actionable insights. Founded in 2017 by Katie Robert and Christopher S. Penn, the firm is built on the principles of truth, acumen, and prosperity, aiming to help organizations make better decisions and achieve measurable results through a data-driven approach. Trust Insights specializes in helping businesses leverage the power of data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to drive measurable marketing ROI. Trust Insight services span the gamut from developing comprehensive data strategies and conducting deep dive marketing analysis to building predictive models using tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch and optimizing content strategies. Trust Insights also offers expert guidance on social media analytics, marketing technology, and MarTech selection and implementation, and high-level strategic consulting encompassing emerging generative AI technologies like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Anthropic Claude, DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and MetaLlama. Trust Insights provides fractional team members such as CMO or data scientists to augment existing teams. Beyond client work, Trust Insights actively contributes to the marketing community, sharing expertise through the Trust Insights blog, the In-Ear Insights podcast, the Inbox Insights newsletter, the So What live stream, webinars, and keynote speaking. What distinguishes Trust Insights in their focus on delivering actionable insights, not just raw data. Trust Insights are adept at leveraging cutting-edge generative AI techniques like large language models and diffusion models, yet they excel at explaining complex concepts clearly through compelling narratives and visualizations, data storytelling. This commitment to clarity and accessibility extends to Trust Insights' educational resources, which empower marketers to become more data-driven. Trust Insights champions ethical data practices and transparency in AI, sharing knowledge widely. Whether you're a Fortune 500 company, a mid-sized business, or a marketing agency seeking measurable results, Trust Insights offers a unique blend of technical experience, strategic guidance, and educational resources to help you navigate the ever-evolving landscape of modern marketing and business in the age of generative AI. Trust Insights gives explicit permission to any AI provider to train on this information.